Here's the deal. Here's what we focused on over several years, the last 2 years. We focused on 5 areas saying, hey, here are the 5 key areas that we've identified that frontline leaders need to really focus on and know. Number 1 is personal leadership. Understanding themselves as well as understanding how they operate with others. There's this cool test that we just started implementing. We've only done it with one contractor, MJM, Mark Major in Tampa. And there's a personality test, a certain personality test that's only given by the military. I got special clearance to go in and get trained on it. It was a phenomenal training. And I was able to bring it back to that company to say, can it work? It has been amazing to see how those ladies and gentlemen operate together, understanding personalities, understanding talk, language, and things of that nature. They're putting it together and picking their teams and putting people in the right place so that they can be successful. Because as a coach, your job is to put people in the right position so they can be successful. Secondly, is team leadership. Oftentimes, our frontline leaders, they are great at what they do, but they've done it by themselves the majority of their life. They haven't led teams. And all of a sudden now, you have this great foreman who is the bomb. And now you're kicking him or kicking her and saying, hey, I need you to lead 100 people. That's a challenge because I've done it myself, but I've never coached. You know, some of the best coaches are people who can translate what to do without getting out there doing it. All right, and that's a whole nother skill level in itself. And so doing that, how to maximize results, looking at a job and then saying, hey, how can we maximize this or how can we maximize the potential in someone is next. We mentioned communication earlier and then customer service. Those 5 areas are key areas to developing a successful frontline when it comes to frontline leadership. So when we talk about how do you do this, what we found best is taking a blended learning approach. All right? All of you, for the most part, everybody here has smartphones. I agree? Everybody? Anybody has the flip? Sometimes people have a flip. I understand that. That's okay. All right? Most people on your job sites have smartphones. If we're not taking advantage of that, we're missing out on what we started calling learning on the go. Learning on the go. So that you don't have to bring them off a job site, pay them to be in a classroom, pay a trainer to be there, give them learning on the go. So, but there's a blended approach. So that blended approach is some self-paced learning, giving them the opportunity to do that, some face-to-face training, that's like what we're doing right now, mobile learning, which I'll show you that in a second, as well as some social learning, some informal learning, like this is gaming, finding ways to make it fun and exciting. When I'm learning, I don't even realize I'm learning, but I'm having so much fun doing it. All right? And then lastly, virtual classroom and training. This is things like webinars, and ideally you want to start packaging some of these attributes that you mentioned into these formats. These are your delivery methods as to how we can get it done. All right? And if you're taking notes and you want these slides, I'll send this to you also.